Hello everyone, this is Chris from Spoon Graphics with another year-end roundup to look at my most popular uploads from 2023. My Neon Effect Photoshop tutorial from a couple of years ago has continued to dominate as my top piece of content, gaining another 500,000 views to increase its total view count to 2.6 million views since it was published. But starting this year's countdown at 10th place with 7,500 views is a fun video I made while experimenting with Midjourney. This video follows the process of me bringing my son's dino truck toy to life with AI. Next up with 10,000 views is a tutorial where I share the techniques I used to make my photocopier machine actions. It creates a cool photo effect with a combination of Photoshop filters that produce a grainy, high contrast photocopied look with various dirty toner effect options. You'll see Midjourney is featured a few times in this top 10 roundup. This year I branched out a little and experimented with different AI related topics. This Midjourney versus Photoshop comparison has accumulated 12,000 views, putting it in 8th place. Interestingly, this one performed really well shortly after its upload but has waned since. In 7th place is this tutorial that shares a clever gradient blur trick for creating glowing text effects in Photoshop. It's a video that has seen a gradual uptick in performance thanks to it gaining good search rankings in both Google and YouTube, which seem to account for almost 50% of its views. This video in 6th place revisits one of my all-time best performing tutorial topics from 2016. It uses similar techniques to the original, but produces a fresh and updated outcome that I hope will follow in the footsteps of that older tutorial, which now has over 2.8 million views. The trajectory is looking good so far, getting above average views after its first month and establishing some good search rankings for popular keywords. Another video that is kind of a remake of an older topic is this tutorial showing how to create a vintage text effect. A similar design was created 3 years ago using tools from Heritage Type, but this new version creates a similar detailed vintage text effect using Kittle, which is coincidentally made by the same team behind Heritage Type, hence the outstanding quality of graphics and templates that are included in the Kittle platform. In 4th place is another Midjourney video. In this one I shared some fun prompt ideas that allow you to create all kinds of cool car related AI art. Around 60% of views to this video have come from YouTube and Google search, so it's filled a content gap that I should possibly explore more in 2024. I had started to feel like my classic tutorial topics were starting to decline in performance over recent years, but this grainy gradient heat map tutorial has done pretty well so far, with 33,000 views, putting it into 3rd place. It seems bright, colourful effects always do well, so maybe I'll have to double down on this kind of aesthetic. The video that has achieved 2nd place is one I almost decided not to make. It's an overview of Photoshop's new generative fill tool when it was first added to the beta. I've never been one to make videos about new features or software updates, and there were plenty of videos about generative fill out there already, so I was in two minds whether to bother. But I'm glad I did because this video has become one of my best performing uploads, achieving over 230,000 views so far. And that brings us to my most popular video from 2023. This beginner's introduction to Midjourney shared the things I'd learnt when I explored the world of AI art at the turn of the new year. I was a little surprised at the negative response to it. It was my most disliked video ever, and the first 2 days saw a constant loss of subscribers. But as time went on, this video has outperformed everything else on every metric. Over 500,000 views, 3 to 4 times better click-through rate, and by far my most lucrative video, accounting for almost 20% of my YouTube earnings this year. So there we have my top 10 most popular videos from 2023. Links to them all are down in the description if you want to check them out in full. Let me know down in the comments whether you think I should continue exploring new content ideas. Otherwise, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next year with some fresh tutorials, and maybe some other video types too for 2024.